This is my P38, fairly standard 1998 with gems, 4.0 litre. We're going to be doing some diagnostic work on it today to demonstrate our new Faultmate MSV-2 equipment. This tiny little unit here, really so small you hide it in your hands, is what we call the Nano. It's about £150. For about £50 more we can have this, which is the Faultmate MSV-2 Extreme version, obviously slightly longer, already connected between the laptop on the one side and the vehicle on the other side. The main reason it's more expensive is on the back of it has a very large LCD display, which also allows this unit to be used in standalone mode, which we'll demonstrate a little later. We've got it connected to the left here to a laptop, and this is one of our ruggedized Panasonic CF27 tough units, all metal construction. This actually has a touchscreen on it, which you can make selections, although for most of the demonstration I'll be using the touchpad. Otherwise the camera tends to pick up on my hand and throw out the self-focus a little bit. Okay, so first of all I'm going to pick on the body control system. Diagnostic connector and settings. Read settings. During the communications you'll notice that on the screen of the Faultmate Extreme it actually tells you what's going on and what's actually happening, and it's read the settings, displayed the settings here in a graphical page. Interestingly enough, when the system first communicates, it has to wake up the ECU, which takes a little while longer than further communications. It actually keeps the ECU awake, and on the Faultmate Extreme we can actually see that because there's an LED at this end which flickers in time with communications to the vehicle. There's also one on the other end which flickers in times to communications from the laptop when it actually gets its commands to do what it does. So yeah, we end up with this large settings page, and I can scroll down on this page and look at the various settings, change any one of them in a typical web format. I can actually save the settings, recall them, restore them back into the ECU. A lot of other bits and pieces you can do with the settings. I'm going to go now to inputs and demonstrate the system's ability to show you the current status of any inputs. I'll click on doors unlocking. Okay, here we have a selection of various inputs. You'll notice that on the door ajar we have the left front door is closed, the right rear door closed, the rear right door is closed, and the only one in which the switch is grounded is the front right door, because obviously we have it open in order to do the diagnostics. Underneath there you'll actually see the status of the central locking, and if we flick the central locking up and down we'll see the actual status of this change. Changes from ground to 12 volts, and then when you flick it up again it'll change back again. And so you can see the various states and actually monitor the inputs to the unit. I'm going to close this and give now a demonstration of an output command. This is a list of all the various outputs which can be controlled, and for visual purposes I'm going to scroll down to the rear right electric window down, click on start, and as you can see the window comes down. You have a stop button, and again you can do the same with doing the window up. You can basically drive just about anything that the BECM can drive, and that goes for any of the other ECUs in the vehicle. Moving on to other ECUs in the vehicle, you can use the selection to go back only partially, so we go back to the selection which still includes the P38, and I'm now going to talk to the heating and ventilation, because I know there are some fault codes stored in there, and that will demonstrate better a list of fault codes and how they're displayed. So now I'm reading fault codes from the heating ventilation system. Okay, here we have a list of the faults listed for it. There's actually 6 faults been found in the system, all which are in the long-term memory. I can save this list of faults using the save button, or simply click on here to read the faults. But in part 2 I'm going to demonstrate how we would read fault codes from this system with the Extreme in standalone mode.